everybody from around the world. We flock to the United Kingdom for the human rights, for the ability to live here as part of this society and nation, in peace, in equality, in diversity and freedom. We flock here to find what we cannot find in our nations. So it is really shocking to have this bill and to hear about it. But I have to speak on behalf of the Sudanese community, please, today. Today is a monumental day for our revolution. Our peaceful protesters have today managed to get to the palace, the leadership palace in Sudan. I want to give you a little bit of background, please. My name is Randa Abdullahi, and today I'm a very concerned Sudanese citizen. Sudan has been under siege since the 25th of October. We've got militia leaders, we've got army leaders who are participating in a project that creates a Sudan that is a kidnapped nation, that is a nation under a colonial project by regional leaders, regional nations. We would like to appeal to the international community to listen to our situation and our case. Please allow me to read this because my thoughts are going to be a little bit shattered, but lives were cut short in Sudan because we want a democratic Sudan where human dignity prevails, a place where people can coexist peacefully and live a decent life lovingly. The people of Sudan have been out in our millions in condemnation of this kidnapping of our nation by a few military leaders and militia groups who are participating in modern-day colonization of our rich nation. The Sudan is a rich nation in minerals. It's a rich nation in professional arsenal. We have educated people, we have gold, we have arable land. Millions of square miles of arable land, you grow anything and it grows in Sudan. It's a kidnapped nation and there is abhorrent abuses against human rights and the killing of peaceful protesters. The people of Sudan have been out on multiple revolutions. It's plural, ladies and gentlemen. Our revolutions have been peaceful, and we've been using the power of our minds and the power of our words to win our revolutions, and this revolution is no different. We are doing exactly that. We use our minds and our words, and we have won unparalleled marathons. We win revolutionary marathons in Sudan, and we have the stamina to keep going, and we are not going back. The Sudanese people will not go back. In our opinion, the Sudanese people should actually be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize because since 1969, we've been out in peaceful revolutions against military rulers, dictatorships, and we are coming here to the United Kingdom and flocking in our millions, asking for protection and human rights, asking for support to build our nation. If the United Kingdom is wondering why people come here and immigrate, well, allow us the opportunity to build our countries, support democratic rules in our countries. We come from rich nations. We are educated, we're scientists, we're doctors, we're engineers, we're philosophers, we are educators. We do not need to be immigrants, but international political agenda mean we have to come to you to protect us. Now, if you want us to go back home, change international geopolitical objectives, we will go back, I promise you, because our nations will be prosperous, we will be democratic nations that are examples and beacons of hope. Sudan will be a beacon of hope for democracy in the Arab and the African world. Sorry, my words sometimes skip me because I'm so excited and emotional about this. Sudan is going to be an example of a democratic nation, and we will be a thriving economy, and the United Kingdom will be able to come and do business with the Sudan and the rest of the free world. We welcome you to come to our Sudan, but change our political objectives and allow us to build a nation that is free, that is peaceful, where everyone's rights are protected, where diversity is celebrated, where diversity is celebrated. Sudan has a bright future. I would like to end with this, ladies and gentlemen. It's a message. It's a message, and sadly I have to say it in Arabic. It's for the young boys and girls that are dying in Sudan every day. There was a little girl, 13 years old, killed 3-4 weeks ago. She was out galvanizing peaceful protesters, 13 years old, Rimaz al-Ata. She was killed at her doorstep. There are snipers. She was killed with a bullet to her head, 13 years old. But that hasn't deterred us. We go out. One dies, you'll find 100 of us out. So, I'm going to end with a brief message to the boys and girls of Sudan. رسالة خاصة لشباب السودان. إليك ترفع القبعات وتحنى العروس يا شعب السودان وشباب السودان. أنتم حاملين الشعلة لتضيئوا الطريق للسودان الجديد فيه الحرية والسلام والعدالة. وعليكم يا شباب السودان، عشتم وعاش نضالكم، وعاش الشباب السوداني ونضال الشباب السوداني، وحرية سلام وعدالة، والشعب والثورة خيار الشعب. مدنية مدنية. عاش شعب السودان العظيم المناضل. Thank you. This world is a colorful and beautiful world. You go to East London, West London, South London, North England and South England, West and East England. This country is beautiful with these colorful people. We bring our food, we bring our cultures, we bring our civilizations to you. We bring our professionalism, we bring our commitment, and we bring our respect. We respect the United Kingdom and love the United Kingdom, and it's a long history, and we will continue to love this nation as long as this nation loves everybody here. Thank you. Thank you so much, Suranda Abdullahi.
Honestly, Jazakallah khairan for everyone coming out here today. Let us remember though, that what we're here today did not start with Clause 9. It has not started with this legislation that they're trying to pass now. 2003, they brought through the legislation that started stripping nationalities of people. Only of people from black and brown backgrounds. 2003, they brought in secret courts, secret evidence, where you do not know what you're accused of. You will not be told you're crying for why they've taken your citizenship away. Think about this. We've worked on the cases of aid workers, people who have gone out to give aid to people in places such as Turkey and Syria. Refugees supported away from these borders. That's what they want. They don't want the refugees here, we do. But they went out and aid workers had their citizenship stripped on the basis of secret courts and secret evidence. This did not start now, this has been going on for 20 years. In 2006, I was in prison on secret evidence. And they tell us, trust us with our secret courts where you won't be told what you've done. Trust us. Do we trust the people that did Windrush? Do we trust the people that took us to war on lies? Do we trust the people that when I finally had my day in court, they said I was never, ever involved in anything? These people are liars, and they have lied from the day that they started their colonial expansionist exercise to now. We cannot trust them. We cannot trust secret courts. And there is a reason why we maintain these principles. And we now live in a world where my children can have their citizenship stripped without being told, and with it happening in a secret court, with no lawyer of their choosing present. How can this be any sort of justice? And will we stand for it? No. Whether we win on this point or whether we carry on, we will stand and we will resist and we will fight and we will keep on resisting and we will keep on standing. Jazakallah khair.
Thank you very much, Kalim from
Firstly, a round of applause for the Sudanese campaigners who are letting us borrow their equipment. Jazakumullah khairan. May Allah reward you in this life and the next with success. So, brothers and sisters, we've heard enough about the scum who are behind this law. Let's talk about something much more valuable to us, our solidarity, the solidarity of the citizens, we the people who make this people great, who make this country great, not those scum who hide behind their walls and their legislation, trying to divide us and destroy us. Solidarity is what we need. Solidarity is the challenge that we must focus on when we leave this rally today. Because, brothers and sisters, although we have united today in this cause, there is something we have to admit that most people have a problem with. We love being right more than we love being united. And so when we leave today, we need to talk to everyone we know, our family, our friends, the need to be united, the need to be organized, the need to stitch activism into the fabric of our society. We all know a mosque, or a madrasa, or a school, or a church, any kind of organization that needs to step up and take on the responsibility that we need them to take on. They are supposed to be our leaders. We need to see them lead. We need to see them lead the resistance against the scum who want to destroy us. For too long, we have disunited ourselves. In 2003, as Brother Kerry said so eloquently before me, we have seen this narrative, this legitimization of stripping citizenship of our fellow human beings. It's destroying a human right. That was not enough. In 2013, Theresa May said that citizenship is a privilege, not a right. In 2018, we saw the Windrush scandal overcome us. And with Clause 9, we have seen Priti Patel. What happened? Why did Clause 9 come into this bill? Earlier this year, Priti Patel was slapped on the wrist for basically trying to strip citizenship without notifying the individuals. So what did she do? Instead of taking that slap on the wrist and saying, oh whoops, I did something illegal, I won't do it again, she's trying to make it legal. This is the kind of scum I'm talking about. This is the kind of scum we need to stand against. And if we do not unite against such scum, when will we? When will we? It's beyond time. Brothers and sisters, you are my brothers and sisters, and I want to see us united in our love for humanity. We need to organize. We need to demand from our mosques, our madrasas, our schools and colleges. We need to demand from them the leadership that we need. Unless we do so, what will we see? Some people call it a two-tiered citizenship. I call it apartheid. That is what the elite want to see, apartheid, like the apartheid we see in other scummy states like Israel. Apartheid that will crush us under their boots. Will we let them? Will we organize? Will we unite? Hear our warning! No justice! No justice! No justice! You have been warned! Thank you.
Sending us your table. We have got one more speech, but our speaker is going to speak.
Assalamu alaikum, a very good afternoon to everybody. We are here today, united, and to show our support and our solidarity against the Nationality and the Border Bill, which is attack on the human rights, our fundamental democratic right, and we've got to fight against it. We've got to raise our voice against this, and now I think everybody's covered most of the everything against it, but what we should do is that we should all contact our member of parliament, and we should write to our member of parliament that this is against the law. We will not tolerate with this, and then obviously the member of parliament will take this up in the parliament. Secondly, I want to say that I've been here more than 50 years, and my children are born here, and I've got grandchildren who are born here, and how come they are going to be sent back? Because, lastly, I'm going to say, my grandparents have fought wars for British, and my grandparents have fought for British in all over the world. And finally, my parents, grandparents came to this country over 50 years ago, and we have built this nation. We have worked hard and built United Kingdom. When they came to UK, there was nothing here, and we made a major part in doing so. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, let's get united and let's say no to this nationality and border bill. What do we want?
Thank you.
What do we want? What do we want? When do we want? When do we want now? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
في هذا اليوم نبعث بالتحايا لشعبنا البطل مفكر ثورة ديسمبر المستمرة، وحيي شهداء الديمقراطية والسيادة الوطنية على مر تاريخ السودان. ومن هنا أمام رئاسة رئيس الوزراء البريطاني نؤكد أن إرادة الشعوب هي المنتصرة وإن أي تدخل في سيادة الوطن دون الاستجابة لمطالب الشعب المتمثلة لا شراكة.
The thing is, yeah, because then it could be.
ثورة حتى النصر. Go NCB. Welcome ICC. Go NCB. Welcome ICC. Sudan. أنا أم سوداني، أنا أخوان سوداني. يلا أحمد السوداني، سوداني. يلاك يا سايد، أكسر بيوت الخف، أسر البلد محروق. من شملة
المجلس كله شعبي أصيل وغير مدنية ما في بديل، غير مدنية ما في بديل. لا طوارئ ولا تعديل. الوقار